Hi all. The Udemy Cyber Week sale is on until December the 1st. So in fact, all of my courses from my courses page are at this super low price for British currency, $11.99, but it'll be, the same equivalent for other currencies. So this means if you go to my Kingscrusher TV page and you click on a course, it will have my coupon code, but it will be at the super low price of $11.99. So this is my latest course, the Complete Chess Strategy course, Master Universal Style. So I've really enjoyed doing this one. I've applied a hat system here, a metaphorical hat system, which you may find very interesting and useful. So that's all explained in the introduction, why this is a powerful idea. So the hats kind of give you properties that kind of help you play in a certain style of play for certain mini plans that you might have on the chessboard. So boa constrictor hat, you might be aware, like Karpov was known as boa constrictor style. The light and shadow bishop for knight trader hat, we can see many examples where there's these early opening systems where a bishop takes a knight and Magnus actually dominates quite often the whole color complex. So that's a really important hat as well. So these kind of virtual hats that you kind of recognize, practice, and if there's ones which you're not familiar with, that means you might be missing out on a certain aspect of effective chess. The games I've picked are 45 moves or less, so it's not so much the grinding hat of Magnus, although there is a section for grinding. It's more the other ones winning great games in under 45 moves. So you see many examples. So if you go here, actually you can just expand all the sections yourself. If you go here and just click expand all sections, and yeah, there's like 48 sections, 162 lectures, 25 hours, 8 minutes total length. These courses are also evolving as well. I can add to it at any time, any lectures. If you feel there are hats missing, I can add them. So Magnus Carlsen has really affected, he's been a dominant force in the chess world for more than 15 years, much more than 15 years now. And it's amazingly instructive, his success in the modern age with engines and databases, and everyone having like the same information basically like never before. So to actually still be such a dominant force in the game at different time controls is absolutely fascinating. I believe, he's absolutely one of the very greatest players of all time. And this kind of look at the kind of virtual hats that he could wear for a game, getting into that kind of style, it makes the games actually much more instructive to have them in these groups. It's a great grouping, and these are kind of different mindsets in each grouping. So like the positional preventer and bear hugger, strangler hat, binding before mini plans is very much like Botvinnik actually. If you check out my Botvinnik course as well, like Botvinnik was into binding and positional prevention. So you've got all of these hats. One great one which you might not have realised, but I realised from the frequency, was actually the pin celebrator hat is a huge aspect of, as well as the strategic gambitier is a big one, but the pin celebrator hat is an absolutely massive one. So there's many game examples of the pin celebrator hat. So you may have realised I've said pin celebrating the pin in some of my commentary videos in the past. So I'm trying to use my own experience to kind of give it a good hat label that you can think about. So when we think about celebrating the pin, it means like not executing pins immediately, just enjoying the precision and the restraint of the pin to get bigger objectives than you would just by winning the pin piece. So there's many examples here in this section, for example. So you get the idea, I hope, that these kind of metaphorical hats you can wear, and it can help you get into the spirit of what mini plans you need to do. So it's the kind of why, the context, the why context. It's as if it's like human prompt engineering. If you've ever done chats with the chatbot, sometimes you need to get them in the spirit of what's being asked. Like pretend you're a PhD doctor in whatever, and then you present the question. The more context you give, the better. Here we're giving a metaphor context, so we're understanding more the games in this context and the mini plans in this context. And once you kind of get used to the different hats, yeah, you can put them in use in your own games, and that's going to make your games much more effective. So it's going to actually improve accuracy if you're in the spirit more of a mini plan, because you've got the right appropriate hat on for that mini plan. You're not just playing a move, you're playing a great follow-up on that move in the correct kind of spirit. Now you might wonder, well, what if the opponent changes the nature of the position? So they might have survived an onslaught in the middle game for a kingside attack. Well, then you might need to just put on a new hat for the new circumstances. So the hat should align with the current position that you're in, and so the chess game might have multiple hats throughout. So that's the complexity of chess. But yeah, I really enjoyed. So it wasn't just about creating great game examples. It was about trying to get the most powerful kind of cinematic metaphors for each section. The right kind of metaphor hat. The diamond miner, like digging through diagonals. It's once you see the games, you'll see, blimey, this metaphor really does seem to be like evident, and then you can more easily use that in your own games and have a great grip on these game examples. So yeah, this course, I'll just scroll to the top. So as I say, all the courses on my courses page at Kingscrusher TV, they end up being at $11.99 because that's the site-wide discount on till December the 1st. So this Cyber Week, this is the Cyber Week sale. If you go to Kingscrusher TV, that'll be great for me. If you use Kingscrusher TV, these links, you will get the best possible price. That always happens if there's any like Udemy sales, but yeah, it's got my particular codes on these. So yeah, this is a really great new course, the Complete Chess Strategy Guide, Mastering Universal Style. And you might also be aware I did a large YouTube playlist on the evolution of chess style, and it was kind of mentioned by others. Magnus Carlsen, actually, we have this evolution through the past world champions, but now it's like there is no style. Like Magnus is like universal style, and I would say he's like one of the absolute best super grandmasters for universal chess style. So this is a great way to kind of get that idea of having a universal toolkit. I really think it's going to supercharge your chess. Okay, I had a great fun time doing it. I think you'll have a great fun time like absorbing the ideas in the course. One other thing, if you would like to see my lecture style, if you haven't seen my lecture style before, there are free preview videos like there, and there's other ones as well. If you use expand all sections, you can get to see the free previews. So there's a preview there, for example, and on the YouTube channel you've seen some free previews already actually as well. So that's more. Actually, I've given more free previews on the previous Carlsen videos. You'll start to see this hat architecture if you revisit those as well. But basically, yeah, this is it. Okay, I really hope you enjoy it. Comments, questions, likes, shares, appreciated. Thanks very much.